Namaste everyone, welcome to Millionaire GRE. I am Punit. On this YouTube channel, you will find a beginner video series. Now, through the beginner video series or beginner video course, we aim to cover all the concepts required for the GRE, but from the beginner level, from the very scratch. We have already covered many chapters such as permutations and combinations, probability, rate and time, geometry, statistics, etc. Through this video, we are starting the chapter of coordinate geometry. In this video, we are going to cover rectangular coordinate system, and also we are going to discuss distance formula and midpoint formula. In the remaining videos, which are going to be uploaded next, we will discuss about slope, intercepts, equation of a line, we will discuss about circles and parabolas. But first, let's learn about the rectangular coordinate system. Here there are two number lines. X-axis is this horizontal number line and y-axis is this vertical number line. X and y-axis divide this total area into four quadrants. This is the first quadrant, this is the second quadrant, this is the third quadrant, this is the fourth quadrant. And this total area is called the rectangular coordinate system, where there are two number lines, x-axis and y-axis. This entire area is called the rectangular coordinate system. We also call this xy plane, where there are two axes dividing the entire area into four quadrants. Now take note, the quadrants are arranged in anti-clockwise manner. First, second, third, fourth. At this point, x and y both are 0. This point is called origin. Towards the right of the origin, x is positive. Towards the left, x is negative. Upwards, y is positive. Downwards, y is negative. So in the first quadrant, both x and y are positive. In the second quadrant, x is negative while y is positive. In the third quadrant, both x and y are negative, but in the fourth quadrant, x is positive but y is negative. Now if we take a point here P, whose coordinates are x1, y1, here x1 is the x coordinate. And what does x coordinate mean? X coordinate is the perpendicular distance from y axis. X coordinate is the perpendicular distance from y axis. It means this distance is x1. Similarly, y1 or y coordinate is the perpendicular distance from x-axis. So this distance is y1. If there is some point P whose coordinates are x1, y1, x coordinate is the perpendicular distance from y-axis, y coordinate is the perpendicular distance from x-axis. Now we will discuss about distance formula. Let's say these are 2 points, P and Q, and we want to find the distance between the 2 points. What shall we do? First, I will draw a vertical line from Q and a horizontal line from P such that we get a right angled triangle. Now if we talk about this point has the same x coordinate as Q. So x coordinate is x2. And this point has the same y coordinate as P. So y coordinate is y1. Now if we have to find this distance, we realize both P and this point have the same y coordinates. So this distance will simply be the difference in x coordinates. So this distance is simply x2 minus x1. And Q and this point have the same x coordinates. So the distance will simply be the difference in y coordinates. So y2 minus y1. We have this right angled triangle whose base we know, and that is x2 minus x1, and the perpendicular is also known, y2 minus y1. Using Pythagoras theorem, we can get the value of hypotenuse, which is essentially the length of this line segment PQ. Using Pythagoras theorem, we get PQ as square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Now this is nothing but distance formula. If you know the coordinates of any 2 points, you can find the distance between those 2 points using this formula, and the formula is square root of the difference in x coordinates whole square plus the difference in y coordinates whole square. Let's move on. Next we will discuss about midpoint formula. So here P and Q are 2 points, and let R be the midpoint of the line segment PQ. Here the x coordinate of R will be the average of x coordinate of P and Q. So x1 plus x2 upon 2. And y coordinate of R will again be the average of y coordinates of P and Q. So y1 plus y2 upon 2. So this is how you find the coordinates of the midpoint. If you know the 2 points, the coordinates of the 2 points, you can find the coordinates of the midpoint using this: x2 plus x1 upon 2, comma y2 plus y1 upon 2. So in this video we covered rectangular coordinate system, which is simply xy plane. It does not have to do with any rectangle. Then we discussed about distance formula. Then we discussed about midpoint formula. We're done with this video. In the next video we will cover the concept of slope. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.